Hello everybody, Happy New Year. Now today we are doing another special video that is secrets review. And without further ado, this is the title. Is 1% commission or less enough to sell your home? Now, we've seen a lot of controversial commissions right now. You know, there is 0% commission, there is 299, there is 1xxx, there is, I think, the cheapest is 0%. Myself, I am always at the 2% level. You know, some people say, oh, you're charging too expensive. No, I know of friends who are at the 1% level. Now, so today we are going to cover property agent marketing costs review. So, without further ado, let's look at this. Now, we are just going to see a very simple thing. Let's take a 5-room HDB flat, maybe in Punggol, Sengkang. Then you're looking at $800,000 cost. Now, for agent A, which is me, 2% plus commission plus 9% GST. That means we are making 17,440. Agent B, 1% commission, 8,007. Agent C, flat fee, 2xxx, 1xxx flat fee. And of course, agent D, 0% commission. Now, with regards to the 0% commission, you have to read what are the terms and conditions. So the terms is that, okay, if you want to advertise on the portal, you actually have to pay a $150 listing fee. And with this $150 listing fee, you can post on the portal, you will get assigned to an agent. But you must also sign something that if you were to purchase a property, you have to purchase a property through this agent that they assign. So that means I don't earn from the selling, but if you are going to buy, make sure that you're going to pay me from the buying portion. That means you're going to appoint me as an exclusive. And if you know some of the terms and conditions, if you read through, your valuation cannot exceed 1.5 million if you want to use their service. If not, you cannot. Okay. So the main thing is this. I have done a valuation of my property. The problem is it's worth more than 1.5 million. Bank also value more than 1.5 million. Issue is when I use their system, they value my property at 1.5 million chun. That means I also have customers that revert to me saying this company actually lower the value so that they can do this business for you. That means they can represent you. So that is not the true value. So this is something that you have to take note. Now for case study number 2, 2-bedder condo, $1.5 million. Agent A, 2% commission. Wow, what the 32,700. This one I must bring out my special cat. That's a Chinese New Year. I'll just play a joke. So agent A, 2% commission, 32,000 what? Agent B, 1% commission plus GST, 16,350. Agent C, which is flat fee, 5xxx, 4xxx for condo, and agent D again 0% commission. Now we have to look deeper. So why I'm doing this video? The main purpose of doing this video is to look at marketing costs and whether or not you justify paying somebody 2% or not. Or should you actually pay less? What are the implications? What are the benefits? So let's look at the different marketing costs. Video over here, video marketing costs up to $1,000 per minute for professionally filmed videos by experienced video crews. Now, there are very established video companies out there, and they really do charge $1,000 per minute. Very, very extreme. So $600 to $1,200 per video for short ones. That means if you see a lot of the video marketing that agents promote, sometimes it's only 1 minute, 2-minute video, or worst case, you have FOC cost for those videos that are filmed by the agent itself. So there is a lot of variation out there. So when an agent say, I'm going to do video marketing for you, please make sure that you ask them, Mr. Agent, what kind of video marketing are you doing? This kind, or this kind? There's a difference. But of course, you also have to see your house is what type. If your house has no renovation, super messy, a video will actually, instead of enhance the buyer's impression of your house, the video will show all the flaws of your house because it's messy, there's no renovation. So the video actually harms your house more than helps it. So video marketing, let's just say this out. You look at the most prominent agency out there, you know, the property, what, see me, brother, sister. Main thing, you look at their videos. Not a single video is of a house that is ugly. True or not? If you see one video that the house is ugly one, I tell you, I think I can chop on my head. But mainly it's always stage property, very, very nice renovation, then I do the video. If not, it's a waste for me to do the video. Agree or not? Now, if we look at other aspects, this one is social media marketing cost. So sometimes when we say I charge you this amount, I will also do social media marketing. But you have to understand one thing. So you look at here, I want you to pay attention. So based on the amount spent, all these are the money spent for social media ads. So for example, if you look at my previous video, I say one thing. How many people actually go Facebook to look for a house to buy? How many people actually go to YouTube to look for a house to buy? Main thing you have to understand is this. And I don't think I'm wrong. I believe what I'm saying is true. And my experience is this. I have done video marketing for houses before. And a lot of the times, because it takes so long to generate that video, sometimes it takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then by the time the video is out, a lot of times I encounter, I actually sold the house already. So the video not even published yet, the house already sold. Now, what I can tell you is this, and this is my honest feeling. Doing video actually helps the branding of the agent. That means if I do a home tour, it helps the branding of the agent. And it actually showcases to people that, hey, as an agent, I can do this is my skill set, and I get more famous the more video home tours that I do. But it doesn't always help the consumer, because you can say I do targeted ads to capture the right people, but in all honesty, in the first place, are you going to Property Guru to look for the house, or are you actually searching YouTube, searching Google ads, or look through your search engine to find a house to buy, or are you looking at Facebook, Instagram to find a house to buy, or really actually you put all to Property Guru? So sometimes I can say all these are maybe a little bit of a gimmick. I tell people that I do social media ads, but if you look at just now my slide, the number of leads here is pathetic. It's really very sad. So yeah, I will spend, but the response isn't fantastic. So it's between 300 to 750 per month per listing on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Now, virtual tour costs. So virtual tour to me is one of the most effective. Why I say most effective? Because mainly by having a virtual tour, I can actually show the prospective buyers the entire house. So if a buyer is going to come and view, they already have an idea of, okay, this house is looking at what is the view? What is every part of the house look like? Does this house suit my needs, fit my needs? Is the layout something that I can find acceptable or not? Because what I've experienced is when people see the virtual tour, they come to the house, they actually have a better impression of what suits them or what don't suit them. And I do have buyers that actually rejected the viewing because they say that, oh, based on like this, I think this house doesn't fit my requirements. And it's good because you don't waste time showing people who are not a right fit for your property. So this aspect, I think, is well worth the money. So it's between $100 to $200 per scan, or for some of the packages is $1,399 per year for premium offerings. Like for example, you can do a VR call using the software. You can also do like renovations inside the virtual reality call. So you can see the property staged and empty when you actually look at the V360 or the virtual 360. So for the next aspect, it's actually home staging. Now, home staging, I would say this, I do have very good experience staging homes. Like for example, this property over here, this one is the before. So this is in East Coast. So I sold this East Coast ground floor unit next to Parkway Parade. This is the before, this is the after. Okay, so this house actually, when I took over, it was left unsold for 6 months. 6 months, last offer $1.2 million. So owner and myself, we actually agreed to do home staging for this one. And it took about 1 week to arrange all the staging. And these are some of the pictures that we took after the home staging. So we got rid of some of the furniture that looks too old, and then we restaged the house. That means even the patio looks beautiful. And with a revised photo, after posting this ad on Property Guru, within 3 days, I sold this house. So this one was this is a $1.2 million offer. This one is $1.2 million offer. This one, I eventually got, after 3 days, 1.36 billion. M cannot come out. Okay, million. So imagine this. Before stage, cannot sell. 6 months cannot sell. After staging, and that time staging was, we spent about maybe close to $1,000 a month. But for this one, within 3 days, we got the result, $160,000 more that we got after staging. And this one was at that time a record price, only a 2-bedder. But sellers were super happy. So if you ask me, staging definitely works, but not every time are you able to use this. Because if you have really too much clutter, or there is so much things that you cannot remove, or do you because definitely if you want to do this kind, I don't see many agents who are willing to do home staging for 2% commission. Because you have to understand one thing, as agents, there is a risk. We are coming out all these costs without charging you first. And we are performance-based. It's not really salary, but commission is performance-based. If we don't sell your property, and if you assign, let's say for example, exclusive, but we don't manage to sell your property, this cost who bear? The agent bears 100% of it. There's nobody that we can claim from. There's no salary, fixed salary. So you as consumer, you have to understand that, if you want me to do this kind of things, the cost increase, definitely I'm going to charge you more. And this is not something that, nobody actually makes a loss making business. Then this is something that we won't even want to do the next day or the next couple of months or years. That's why agents drop out, because they can incur costs, but they don't have no closing. Then this career is not sustainable. So if we look at this kind of cost, like, okay, next one, which is property guru advertising cost per month. Okay, so if you look at this is a very good indication. I will spend some time on this. So if you look at 2% commission over here, this one, 2% commission. Based on my last video, you already know this is a magic figure, 1560 per month. Now, if I look at the case study in front, you can see either $37,000. If I do a condo, HDB is only maybe 10, 15,000. So if I do a HDB, and I can tell you the turbo cost for HDB and a condo might be the same, because it's based on demand. And if you look at this kind of cost per month, how many months can I sustain doing this non-stop turbo and repost daily if I only make $8,000 or $5,000? So one thing is this: if you are not able to pay that much, then very straightforward, that agent is not going to put so much in, because there's zero profit. So number one thing that you as a consumer you have to see is this: if you are not giving an exclusive to your agent, then very straightforward. Sorry to say this, I know most agents that I have looked at when it's an open listing and I go in and talk to the seller. Open listing, most of the agents, none of them turbo. That's one aspect. Okay. The other aspect is that they don't even want to repost daily, because they say there's nothing to be made and there's a high chance I won't get the deal anyway. So I just put there, hope and pray that I might get lucky, maybe I will close. So there are also agents, like you said, 1% commission only. So what do? Because I'm not getting paid that much, I'm getting paid 50% less, then main thing for them, I will only turbo once a month, or maybe I can repost daily. But just by turbo once a month only, this aspect here, you can look at their cost, it drops to $400 per month. So it's about, 30% of this one compared to this. So significant savings, So when you pay me less, I do less. So there are also some that are looking at 2xxx, 1xxx per month. If you see their listing, based on my last video, you already know how to scrutinize their listing. You look at in desktop, you can see that they don't turbo one. Because why? If I'm getting 1xxx per month, how you expect me to turbo and then in 1 month I consume all my profits already? And why are they? I will say this: I admire them because they are doing a volume business. So for me, I rather give a value-based business. I provide knowledge, I provide expertise to my consumer, and then I sell them service. I don't go for volume. My transaction volume very, very low one. In a volume-based business, what do you have to do? Lower the cost so that people seem that you are cheap, affordable, no frills. So I will actually spend less time. Like for example, I no need to go for viewings. Maybe one day I can tell you, maybe one day I will do something similar, because I think there is value. If I no need, because majority of my time, what I spend more is, the photo takings and all that is my minor part of the whole equation. The major equation is going for viewings. Is, in a times where if let's say there's not many buyers, then the main thing you're going to do is you might go multiple times, like 1 week, go multiple times. It's definitely not always that you can coordinate everything on one day. You might go 3 times a week, 4 times a week. And end of the day, the difference I find is this. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't go there and tell people my viewing is, oh, this is the kitchen, this is the living room, this is the toilet. The toilet there got one toilet bowl. The toilet bowl next to toilet bowl got one shower head. Sorry lah, if this kind of agent do viewing, you can sack them immediately already. Because I ever have one of my clients tell me, hey Gordon, I tell you, this agent, I went there to the viewing, he telling me exactly, this is the toilet bowl, this is the what. I was telling, and I told him, I scolded him that, you think I got no eyes to see? Do I need you as an agent to tell me that this is the living room? You think I'm blind? This is what my client told the co-broke agent. So in that case, the agent is useless. But if you are, as an agent, you know your job well, you know how to sell the aspects. Like for example, this renovation that the current buyer owners did, this is a hidden corner over here. They designed this for storage purpose, but aesthetically it's very pleasing, very practical. These are the things that you sell. The things that the buyers cannot see. The benefits, the intangible benefits of owning this house. These are the things that we sell to the buyers. So and of course is, why does this house justify a higher price? Why should you pay a premium? How much did we spend on renovation? How much we enhance the value of this house? What are the neighbors like? Why this house is something that you should be able to envision your family and yourself stay here for the next maybe 10 years, 20 years. And why the value of this house would potentially increase over the next few years. The potential is, these are my job as an agent, not go there and tell people this is the living room. If like that, please, no need to pay me 2%. Right? So, by the fact that I don't need to go viewing, save me so much time. Maybe I can charge 1xxx. But main thing is, I don't need to repost. So, I repost daily also maybe still cost me 247. So, as long as I close within 3 months, I still got profit. Right? For the 0%, even worse. Okay, this one, I can tell you this. I do have experience with some big companies that are doing 1% commission. Reality is this on the market. So I know their admin. Potentially, I almost worked with them before. Main thing is this. A lot of them, they pay the agent $150 per closing for HDB. Condo is $1,000. So you imagine this. Yeah, I pay you a basic salary, but if you as an agent, you are only getting $150 per closing. Can you tell me, as an employee of the agency, how motivated will you be for $150? Will you try to secure the best price for me, the seller, or would you just want to close this property, forget about this nightmare, and move on? Reality is this. $150, I don't care what offer, I just go and close it fast, because 150 only. I want to do volume. So volume is more important than getting the best price for the client. Waiting, because when I wait, and a lot of these companies, I say this, I ever talk to say, hey, can we, my friend was saying, can we repost more than 3 times or not? No, limit 1 week only repost 3 times. Because why? Over budget. So whatever you pay, you also face the consequence. So you imagine this. If there's a co-broke involved, especially for condo, so for HDB itself, you most likely it's either a direct buyer, or you as a buyer, you pay com to the agent, so it don't affect much. But for condo, the situation is different. The buyer agent get com from the seller agent. So in the case, if I get 2%, I actually can give the co-broke agent a higher percentage. So for me, I can give as high as 1%, share half to the agent. He's very happy to close the deal with me. And of course, I can tell him, you want this kind of higher commission, then you must give me a better price because you have to benefit my seller. What? So I sacrifice my com as a seller agent, but you give me a better offer. And they will work their hardest because if they close other agent, maybe he only get 0.25 or most cases 0.5. So what is the benefit? They will try to get their buyer to buy my house and at a higher price. So it's a win-win for my seller. So when you pay me more, I can so-called incentivize the buyer agent better. But of course, if you, I think you all hear about it soon for next year, a lot of agencies, they are actually gathering together and they want to advocate the buyers for private property, especially they pay a commission so that there's no conflict of interest. If that happens, it's good, but I think there's a big, it's not so easy to climb this mountain, to make buyers that no need to pay commission last time, ask them to pay. I think it's not so easy, but as agents, we all hope that this could be a future because it means that we are more transparent and we actually can help our clients to their best interest without any conflict of interest, right? So, with that being said, we are going to the conclusion. So, conclusion itself. Number one, high commission doesn't mean more marketing dollars are spent. So, the main thing is this. Today, you pay high 2% commission plus GST to your agent. It doesn't mean that they guarantee they're going to do the best for you because it's still down to the character of the agent. If there are some agents who they might give very little co-broke because they want to earn more. That means co-broke they want to earn, they give people 0.25, 0.5 because they say my marketing dollar cost very high, I pay you less. Or they, in reality, they spend less on property guru because they want to make the most profit for themselves. So paying high commission doesn't mean they will pay more for marketing. So again, it's down to you as a seller. You interview that agent, ask them, exactly what are you going to do for my property? How are you going to market? What are these things that justify the cost, the commission that I'm paying you? And if it makes sense, then we work together. If not, sorry, move on, right? Low commission doesn't mean the agent can't sell your house because inherently they say there are buyers out there who will look through every single property guru listing and find something and hunt. Doesn't matter it's 37 pages, doesn't matter it's 100 pages, they will look through everything one. So doesn't mean that you will so-called not be able to sell a house if you pay a low commission. It's just that likely it will take longer for them to find a house, and most probably is you might face a situation where because of the low commission, people are doing volume business, then you might be facing a lower price most of the time. All right. Now, people can argue, but let's go to this point. This is the most controversial part. High number of transactions doesn't mean that the agent is better. So, this is my argument. Okay, so remember this. A high number of transactions doesn't mean that the agent is better. People say, oh, top closer, you will actually have these are the best agents to hire. But a lot of things in the industry, you all don't know one. Sometimes it's a situation that a group of agents actually band together, but they only park the transactions under one person. So it can be a situation where the brother, the sister, the mother, the uncle, the whoever is under this agent. But because this agent, he wants to be number top 10. So all transactions are pumped to them, and then they look as though their transaction volume very high. But in reality, it's virtually impossible for one person to do so much. So same thing is happening. You might be a low commission, but because you might be a group of people, everybody pump the listing under one person, the transaction under one person, that per one person, you think what, they Superman, they can go so many transactions. Very hard one. But of course, if you are not going for viewings, easy lah. I mean, not going for viewing, I also will think my life will be a lot easier. So maybe one day, like I said just now, I might want to do one, $500 or whatever. Okay, maybe, but maybe not. You have to understand one thing. Because the reality is, if you are looking at low commission, you charge lesser, your volume definitely going to be higher. Because more people will look for me. I don't know how many people behind you pumping in, or maybe you do yourself. I say, good, you aside, because one beside, I cannot make it. That compared to you, I cannot do this kind of volume. But good for you, you can do it. I admire you, but that's not the way I do my style. Okay, because my style is a different style. With that being said, I come to the end of this video. Do remember to like, share, subscribe. If you want to see more content, do leave in the comments and tell me what kind of comments you want to, what kind of content you want me to do. And with that, Happy New Year again. I will see you in the next video. Bye.